Building usually started at the east end, where Mass was celebrated. When that was finished, the church could be consecrated and put to use, followed by the transepts, running north to south. The nave and the side aisles would follow. From foundations to finish might take less than 60 years, or as many as 200 if the money ran out.
It's a bit of a myth that the medieval cathedrals somehow designed themselves in a great communal outburst of religious energy without the help of what we would call an architect. In fact, he may not have been called an architect, but to create a structure of this ambition, you needed a man with skill, vision and expertise, a man who knew what he was doing.
Those men were called master masons. They learned everything they knew on site, progressing from apprentice to stone carver. They travelled and made sketches of what they saw, adapting them for their own designs to put to the bishop. Very few medieval masons' plans or notebooks survive. Those that do show they knew geometry, not the theory that we understand today, but a geometry based on the complex manipulation of squares, circles and triangles to produce shapes and patterns in regular proportions.
Some of these patterns can seem pretty sophisticated. The ratio of 1 to the square root of 2, for example, crops up in lots of cathedrals. It's a formula that suggests some pretty sophisticated mathematics. In fact, it's very easy to generate using some basic geometry. Simply draw a square and then draw a diagonal across it, and the relationship between the diagonal and the side of the square will be in the proportion of 1 to the square root of 2. So if you take the ground plan or footprint of a cathedral like Norwich, for example, the cloister is a square. Draw a diagonal across it, and you get the length of the nave. Create a square from that length, and a diagonal across that square gives you the length of the entire church, right up to the high altar.
Proportion, ratio, symmetry. To the medieval mind, these were spiritual qualities. They reflected the harmony of creation, and medieval masons cared passionately about them.